All right, today we're diving into something called Project Sigma. Now, this platform is making a massive claim that it's going to completely overhaul how we buy and sell property. I mean, think about it. One of the most stressful, complicated purchases you'll ever make, and they're saying they can simplify it. So let's dig in, shall we? Let's see if the hype is real.
I mean, let's be real for a second. Buying a house, it can be an absolute nightmare, right? You've got mountains of paperwork, you're just waiting and waiting for approvals, and all the while you have that little voice in the back of your head asking, what if something goes wrong? It's this massive, life-changing decision, but the whole process can feel like it's from another era. So Sigma is basically asking the question we've all screamed into a pillow at some point. What if there was just a better way? What if we could just start from scratch?
Okay, so what is Project Sigma really? Their whole mission is about redefining real asset transactions.
So here's their official definition: a next-generation financial estate platform for buying and selling real assets. Okay, let's break that down. Next generation is just their fancy way of saying it's all about tech, right? And real assets, that's the important part. We're talking about actual physical property, houses, land, stuff you can actually stand on.
And this is their slogan, where trust meets technology. I think this really hits the nail on the head for what they're trying to do. See, right now, trust in real estate comes from a whole line of people: agents, lawyers, inspectors, and a ton of paperwork. Sigma's big bet is that technology can do that job instead. But that's the big question, isn't it? Can a bunch of code really replace that human-to-human trust we've always relied on?
All right, let's talk about the buyer's experience. This is your gateway to what they call verified opportunities. So, what would it actually be like if you wanted to buy a place using this platform? Let's walk through it. Okay, so for a buyer, it's a four-step path. Step 1, you discover premium properties. Pretty standard stuff, your browsing listings. But step 2 is where it gets different. You confirm the asset's authenticity. Think of this like a digital Carfax, but for a house. Step 3, you connect with licensed professionals. They call them financial estates. And finally, step 4, you make your secure transaction. The whole idea is to keep you inside their system from start to finish.
And what's the result of all this for the buyer? Well, they're promising fast, digital, and tamper-proof ownership. That last one, tamper-proof, is the real game changer here. It means your proof of ownership is locked down with cryptography. It's almost impossible to fake or mess with. And when you think about our current system of paper deeds filed away in some county office, yeah, that's a pretty huge leap.
Okay, so that's what it's like for a buyer. Now let's flip the coin and look at the seller's experience. They're promising a simpler way to sell.
For sellers, the whole process is designed to cut out the nonsense. Step 1, you appraise your asset right there on the platform. Step 2, you get matched with what they call serious buyers. And this is key. Step 3 is verifying the buyer's financial standing. So no more getting your hopes up only to find out the person can't get a loan. The platform handles that verification. And finally, step 4, you receive instant secure payment. Boom, done.
And this slogan really ties it all together. Real assets, real people, real fast. Real assets, that's the verified properties. Real people, that's the vetted buyers. And real fast, well, that's the big promise for everybody involved, isn't it?
So we've seen the slick user interface for buyers and sellers. But how does it all actually work? How do they pull off this whole trust and security thing? Well, for that, we've got to look under the hood at the technology behind the trust.
The magic ingredient here is something you've probably heard of: blockchain technology. Now, if that word makes your eyes glaze over, just hang with me. All it really is a super secure digital record book. Sigma uses it to create that tamper-proof record of who owns what. Every transaction is a block that gets locked onto a chain, and because it's shared across a network, nobody can secretly go back and change things. That's where the tamper-proof security comes from.
So the key benefits of using this tech are pretty clear. You get those tamper-proof ownership records we talked about. You get instant and secure payments. You get verification of not just the property, but the people involved. And most importantly, trust is just built into the system itself. You're not just trusting a person you met last week. You're trusting the math and the code that's running the whole show.
Okay, so let's put it all together. Is it really smarter, faster, and more secure? What is the core value proposition here?
When you boil it all down, these are the big promises. You can own smarter and sell securely. You get verified opportunities and serious buyers. And the bottom line for everyone is fast transactions. Really, for a buyer, it's all about confidence. For a seller, it's about efficiency. And for both of you, it's about taking what can be a months-long, hair-pulling process and making it, well, fast.
So this all leads to a really big question, doesn't it? Could technology like this truly eliminate all the friction from one of the biggest transactions in our lives? I mean, if a system like this really takes off, what happens to the agents, the lawyers, the banks, the entire ecosystem that's been built around this process for centuries? We're definitely in the early innings here, but one thing seems certain. The world of real estate could be on the brink of a massive, massive change.